Need to do mic test first? All good?
You want to do the la la la, don't you?
The what?
You want to do the la la la.
I know, I was waiting for that. That was my moment. Yeah. La la la.
Very creative. Yeah. Good.
Hardworking. Inspiring. Simple. So these are some ideas that you could use for next time you want to introduce me. However, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm talking about Ba. That's my Nanima. And in fact, Nanima passed away just last year. Around 100 years old. So back then, they didn't have exact dates. 1915 to 1920, of that order, we think she was born. So, would have lived through 2 world wars. She was born in India. As far as I'm aware, no formal education. She couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't count. Reached the age of 11, and she was married off and was about to move to Kenya for her new life. Now, if that was me at the age of 11, I've already got a complex picture of what my future looks like and my daily life and all the troubles that I have to go through. And now I'm being asked to have a new life in another country and literally leave my whole family behind. I'm not sure how I would deal with it. I'm not sure I could deal with that. But she knew. She just did it. Simple. That's what had to be done. So off she went. Kenya. Started a new family. 10 children. As the years went by, the successes came. They built their new life, new business. They became the family, where the go-to family. Unfortunately, after some years, they were the victims of a criminal incident, and several members of the family were injured, and with one fatality as well. Now again, if I was in that position, I'm not sure I could deal with that. But Ba and Bapa, they picked themselves up and they moved again. They moved to the UK. They started life again in Leicester. A few years later, the grandchildren start to appear, success once again. So, you know, the thing is, whenever we used to go, lunchtimes, whenever we used to come home from school, we'd be with Ba. We'd never hear her bragging about, oh, the things I have seen, you know, whether it was before we were born, whether it was, I mean, the number of grandchildren that were there in that one house. It's only now when we think back, when we see our own families, we think, how did she manage with that many children at one time? Wow. But she did. And she never made a big deal about it. Me, on the other hand, I could tell you about the time I went to Fraser Island in Australia when I went backpacking. Against all advice, I went off for a walk around the lake. Wild dingoes, about the forests, crocodiles, snakes. I'm walking past carcasses, suddenly I hit marshes. Hour and a half later, you know what happened? Nothing. But I can make a heck of a story about it. Ba just takes these things in her stride. It was just simple. That's what happens. You move on. You move on. You move on. Some things don't have to be said. That strength of character particularly came out as she got older. She started to lose her hearing and then gradually her memory. And we'd have times when we were talking to her and you just get this simple nod and a smile. And we knew, in your head you just know, you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, ba. And then we'd go away and have a giggle amongst ourselves about it. But the thing is, even in that simple smile, there was so much that she was communicating to us. That contentment, that fulfillment, that sensation of just, that serene sensation. Those were her achievements through life. And that didn't come through some formal education system or training. It came through pure experiential development. I'm constantly going through a process, this training, career path, explore the nature of the universe, seva. These are complexities that I choose. But here's a reference point that I have that works. Keep it simple. Namaste.